Oh my goodness. And there it is. Wow, get the pin to go.
Please support the brand that support bowling.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Bowl TV for the pregame show before the Stepladder finals at the PWBA Reno Classic from the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, Nevada. My name is Aaron Smith with Bowl TV, and we are excited to bring you this top four to determine the first champion of the Fall Classic Series. Bryanna Coté put on a dominating performance to earn the top overall seed, but Stefanie Zavala, Kelly Kulick, and Stefanie Johnson have their eyes set on the prize. We're going to bring in our broadcast team now as we get underway here in just a couple of minutes before the show kicks off on Bowl TV. So first and foremost, let's welcome him back to Bowl TV, Mr. Dave Lamont. Dave, it's great to see you once again.
Oh, I've got FOMO right now with you guys in Reno, but I am delighted to be with you again and looking forward to the two events that we have on Bowl TV tonight and Thursday night for the Fall Classic. What a great way to finish off an incredibly competitive season.
Absolutely, Dave. And you're going to be joined tonight by the Hall of Famer. You know her so very well, the 20-time PWBA Tour titleist, CDB, Carolyn Thorne-Ballard. CDB, hello.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
We are doing great. We are ready for a phenomenal Stepladder finals once again here on Bowl TV on PWBA Tour. What are you looking forward to today, CDB?
Well, it's funny. I have my phone. As you can see, I was following all day today. And here's some interesting things. So Bryanna is leading the event, but if you look at her scores, so I say this because I've been there 1,000 times. If you look, 211, 170, 240, 230, 190, 190, but winners, she won matches. Match play records are made from winning. It doesn't matter whether you win with a 170 and you gain the 30 and you stay even, right? So I think Bryanna had a great match play record with some of the games that she won. Were not high scores, but it kept that 30 pins bonus, so she never lost any ground. And then she bowled some pretty big games that actually moved her up the ladder. The other thing that's very interesting, and I'm going to let everybody in on a little tidbit of information. So Kelly, I know, was speaking to Dell earlier today, and we were chatting via text. I think Kelly was singing a few songs in her head tonight to kind of take Kelly's head out of the game. And Dave, I know you've watched Kelly bowl enough. Aaron, I know you've watched Kelly enough. The only thing that I think that holds Kelly Kulick back is this.
Mm-hmm. I hate to say, Carolyn, but you're right.
She overthinks. She knows what she's thinking, and she's smart. But this takes over. And I think she changed that going into that second round. And I think you're going to see a different Kelly Kulick.
I was hoping, Carolyn, that with Kelly, that winning this year and finally getting rid of that pressure that she has felt that got into her head over the years and getting back in the winner's circle would change that. But you're right. Physical game, no one's going to ever argue with that. And her successes from the past years, you can't ever take that away from her. But she can still be and has been super competitive this year. I think this is her 5th show, and with the one win. So I think she's very dangerous in this. You know, and she obviously, with opening up with Stefanie Johnson, those are two familiar foes, so there's not going to be anything awkward about this. They know each other. They know what they're doing. I think Kelly could be very dangerous if she can keep the noise, or maybe it's just country music, which I know she loves, her line dance music. If she can keep that in there and not worry so much about what's going on out there.
Right, and I mean that in the most positive, sincere way. It's just, it's like this. Once you're a competitor, you're always a competitor. Once you're a thinker, you're always a thinker. You just have to learn how to put some of that aside and kind of put blinders on and know that it's point A to point B, and that's where I got to go. Other than that, it's like riding a bike. You just got to get back on and go.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about that with her. I think you brought up a great point. Stefanie Johnson's just in her second show of the year, but God, her experience is off the charts, as the same with Kelly, with all the Team USA work that she's done. And I think you look at the experience coming out of there to take on then the youth in the very next match. This is a really fascinating mix. And then Bryanna, I love what you said at the beginning, because the only bad news for her is those 30 points are going away. Now she's got one shot at it, and a 185 or 190 may not cut it tonight for the championship.
Right. And one of the things about Stefanie Johnson, so, I follow everybody on social media, and that's, I pick up some of my tidbits from that. And Steffi had made a comment saying how proud of herself she was, getting out of her comfort zone. And I watched her bowl a little bit. And I think one of the things that you're going to see Stefanie do that I want to say she always looked for the hold, right? Because she's a straighter player, likes to keep her angles shut down. But this week, she was able to feed the ball to the right just a little bit and do it consistently. And I think that gave her a lot of confidence.
Carolyn, out of the four, since we're on a short 37-foot pattern here, does that favor any one of these four?
I think they're all, honestly, if I had to say, I like Stefanie, Kelly, and Bryanna for the three. I would think for Stefanie, meaning the other Stefanie, Zavala, I would think she's going to try to be a little further left, or she will choose to use her ball speed and try to get further right and just not try to hit it as much.
Okay. Yeah, this pattern, only 37 feet. Carolyn will get a little bit more into the details of how to play it, and when our telecast of the actual bowling begins at the National Bowling Center in Reno, part of this PWBA, the Reno Classic. Of course, the Pepsi Classic is Thursday, and then the big one, the PWBA Players Championship on the CBS Sportsnet this weekend. So, Aaron, it's an interesting group of experience. Then you have Stefanie Zavala looking at the strong possibility of being the Rookie of the Year. And the year she's had, she's going to be I think, the wild card out of all four of these.
It's very rare, I think, to have a wild card who's looking for a third win of the season. But
true,
when you look at the experience level out here for this stepladder final, Stefanie definitely is the young gun looking to make her mark on the PWBA tour. And yes, she has increased her lead in the Rookie of the Year standings. So it is she's getting closer and closer to hoisting that trophy that's actually located here on site at the NBS. When people come up the escalator to the fourth floor, that's one of the first things you see is the Rookie of the Year trophy. So for Stefanie, and I think to echo CDB's point, she's been getting left very quick throughout competition here. She felt that was her strength on the way to leading qualifying and getting to a part of the lane where she wasn't necessarily seeing the traffic of the other players. But it's been a fun season to watch her progress from that first win back at the Greater Cleveland Open, the second win at the BVL Open. Can she make it a third title in her rookie season?
Well, all this is about to happen. You see practice is wrapping up. You can see Kelly and Stefanie Johnson about to begin their match. Two veterans, two champions on this PWBA tour. And I also think, Carolyn, there's got to be an enormous amount of satisfaction among everybody on the tour that they did it. That you had a full season, you had a successful season. You gained strongly at the end of the year by picking up a couple of network telecasts or cable telecasts. And this ends up, I think, being a terrific year for the PWBA and such a bounce back after everything that didn't go on last year.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think everyone also enjoyed that little bit of a break after August to kind of let them, refresh themselves and get a little more sharp in different areas that they felt towards the end of that swing. Hey, what am I lacking? Am I getting mentally tired? So it was a great little break. My other question I'd like to know, though, and I should know this, Stefanie, though, isn't she also in the race for Bowler of the Year as well as Rookie of the Year?
Well,
all that and more still to come.
She's certainly in the mix, CDB. So we're going to see. She needs a big week, though, to see if she can make it.
Okay.
All right, folks, we're having our final announcements here on site, so we're going to go ahead and end the pregame show. So if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, head on over to bowltv.com. Still time to pick up a subscription. 3 bowling ball giveaways coming up during the show. But Stefanie Johnson, Kelly Kulick, coming up next on Bowl TV. We'll be handing it off to Dave and CDB in just a moment. So thanks again. Reno Classic starting up next here on Bowl TV.